What's up, everybody? Texas Tom, American Truck Simulator vlog, week 13. Man, we're just rolling through here. A lot of exciting things, a lot of expansion. It's hard stopping the gameplay because we are expanding. We got a bunch of drivers this week, and we are maxing out or close to maxing out our garages, and a lot of good things, a lot of surprises this week, so can't wait to share those with you. 28 deliveries. We are awaiting word from Pioneer. Our contractual obligation is going to be going up, probably somewhere within the 20s because of the amount of drivers we have. So that's something we're going to be looking forward to next week once we get that final say. Again, we have garages in Fort Stockton, Corpus Christi, Odessa, and San Antonio. We started week 13 with $203,000 in the bank, and we made some money this week, but we're putting a lot of that, pretty much all of it, back into the business, and you'll see that when we get to the accounting report. So this week, I did 14 loads myself, 255,000. Phelandia kind of fallen off the grid here. Only 2 loads for 26,000. And then Marion. Last week we said we're going to have to pull Marion into the office. 3 loads. $74,000. Marion went from almost getting fired to being the employee of the week this week. 74,000, almost 75. If we can get more weeks like that from Marion, that'll be fantastic. Phelandia, Valentino, let's go. Marion can do it. So, got to publicly apologize to Marion now because what a great week. What a great week. Valentino, 6 loads, about 40,000 there. These are our veteran drivers. We're expecting, big returns from them each week. So Marion set the bar high. Hopefully, we can get 3 drivers in the $70,000 range. We'll see. Hopefully next week we can get those kind of numbers. Our second tier of drivers, they're still relatively new, but not the newest crop. 2 awesome things with this crew. 2 of the drivers almost got to 40,000. Matter of fact, yeah, they 2 of them outgained Phelandia this week. So great there. Stella, I said she had some great XP points when we hired her. 8 loads for 39,000. Ray kind of took a step back, only 16,000 on 8. Malcolm, 8 loads, 18,000. And Yuri, 6 loads, but brought in 37,000. Can't wait to look at the logs because Stella, Ray, Malcolm, all with 8 loads, but Stella with a lot more income than the other 2. Now here's our newest crop of drivers, which I am pretty happy with. All of them but one got over $10,000. Pavel, 23,000 on 14 loads. Monica, as you can see by her picture there, she was a local realtor in the Fort Stockton area, but when she saw what she could be making working for Texas Tom LLC, she gave up the commission-based realtor job and she came and signed with us. 12 loads this week for Monica for $16,000 that she contributed to the company. Clark and Marcus were hired towards the end of the week, but Marcus did great. 7 loads, 12,000, almost $13,000 there. So we're up to 12 drivers. So we got 12 drivers now. And this is what the garage and truck situation looks like for next week, heading into week 14. You'll see we bought some more trucks. We have 3 Western Star trucks now. Again, gentlemen from Corpus Christi sent us an offer, discount on some trucks, so we're going to take advantage of that. Still love our Peterbilts, our 389s. Fort Stockton, we are full. We're maxed out at Fort Stockton, which is great news. We got 5 drivers, 5 trailers, and 5 trucks at Fort Stockton. So hopefully we'll see that garage being a little bit more efficient and getting us some more income. So Malcolm, Black Betty, Pavel, and the Blue Bandit, that was the truck I've been driving. Monica's in the Mellow Yellow, Clark's in the Orange Crush, and Marcus is in the Red Rammer. I'll be driving the newest Western Star truck, which we're calling Black Ops. So that'll be me. Still don't have anybody in Corpus Christi yet. I'm waiting to see what. It's either going to be the drop deck or the low boy, I'm thinking. So we're going to have to get some drivers with some XP on heavy cargo, expensive cargo, and get them into Corpus Christi. Odessa, we're almost maxed out. We got 4 drivers, 4 trucks, and 4 trailers. Yuri in the Silver Bullet, Marion in the Green Machine. Marion, go Marion. Great week. Valentino in White Lightning, and Stella in the Brown Bomber. We added another driver to the San Antonio garage. You can see we took Ray B, moved him over. He's in another Western Star. We're calling that the Z2. You'll see why we got Z1 and Z2. We'll show you a little preview of those, if not this week, but next week. And then we added a fuel tanker. So we have 2 fuel tanker trailers in San Antonio for them to get those crude oil loads out of Pioneer. All right, let's look at the driver's log and see what we were hauling this week. All right, so here is my driver's log for the week. You can see not too bad, almost $80 a mile, rate per mile. Over 3,000 miles traveled this week. We used the lowboy exclusively. We ordered that Western Star truck. It came in on Friday, so we knew it was going to be coming in, so I took Thursday off this week. Had some things to do. But you can see on Monday we had 2 really nice loads. Those boom lift loads are starting to pay up to $30,000. So we grabbed those. Tuesday we were coming back from Victoria. Forage harvester, not that great of a load, but it helped. We had some deadhead to get there. So we only made $42 per mile on that load, which wasn't that great. Took a boom lift to Galveston, another $25,000 boom lift load, $75 per rate per mile on 335 miles, and 122 of that was deadhead. We'll take that any day of the week. Then we got a $46,000 boom lift load from Corpus Christi to Fort Stockton. Great paying load there. And then we went up to Odessa on Friday, visited the guys and gals up in Odessa, showed them the new truck. Then Saturday we started making our way back, stopped in San Antonio to visit the guys there, and then we headed home Sunday and got back to Corpus Christi. So a great week. We'll see how this Western Star truck works out. So far, so good over the weekend. And let's see Felandia's disappointment this week. Okay, don't blink because you might miss it. Here it is. 2 loads, Felandia this week. That Hallbrook, Arizona. I wish we could dead zone that. No drivers to Arizona. So we know we're going to be starting next week with most likely Felandia deadheading back from Arizona. Again, that load's only paying like $14,000. So I wish he would find something a little better. Hopefully we can get something out of San Antonio a little better than that and get a little bit better rate. Okay, let's go to the employee of the week, Marion. So Marion was able to get 2 loads out of Great Falls back to Odessa, both from FedEx, bringing gasoline to the BP in Odessa, paid $26,000 each trip. And then the Pioneer crude oil paid $21,000 up to Great Falls. So almost a $75,000 week for Marion. Again, Marion won Employee of the Week. What a great week. Hopefully Marion keeps it up. Again, we had to bring Marion in and talk and have a little talk, and things seem to be on the up and up. So hopefully Marion can motivate these other drivers to start making $75,000 a week. Okay, let's look at Val. Okay, Valentino brought in about $40,000 this week. Went up to Colorado. I was able to get a load out of Colorado. Went to New Mexico. Was able to get a load out of New Mexico, and went up to Rawlins and was able to get a load back from Rawlins. So pretty efficient week from Valentino. I like that. Now that I'm looking at his log, I'm pretty cool with what he was able to accomplish this week. Just wish those loads paid more. I mean, $2,300 for a crude oil load to New Mexico. Hopefully we can find a lane that pays a little better. If he has to go to Rawlins, I guess he has to go to Rawlins, but that's a 2-day trip. But that's a pretty steady week. We'll call it a steady week for Valentino. Okay, let's go look at Stella. So Stella around the $40,000 range as well. Working out of Odessa. Was able to get some loads, that New Mexico load as well. Able to go to Laredo, to Union Pacific. So pretty common trips Stella found this week, but again, wish we could find some of those higher payings. I like that delivery to the Lone Star Cotton for $8,000. Hopefully we can get something more like that. She'll be coming back, or she knows she's actually heading to Laredo now. So we'll see if she can get something back. But a pretty solid week from Stella. Let's see what Ray. The move midweek hopefully pays some dividends. You can see at the beginning of the week at Fort Stockton, for Ray's XP, just wasn't getting that great of loads. Running the red rammer, switching between the drop deck and the container carrier. Decided, you know what? Let's get him a change of scenery, maybe a different city. He'll do a little better. So we called up Fellandia and said, hey, man, you think you could give Ray B some pointers if we sent him to San Antonio? And Fellandia was like, yeah, sure, we'll help him out. So as soon as we sent him into San Antonio, he got 3 Pioneer loads, which is great. Unfortunately, Brownsville had to deadhead back from Brownsville. So just like Arizona, let's X out Brownsville. Let's dead zone that. Went to Fort Worth, but couldn't get anything out of the FedEx. So I would think that there would be some places in San Antonio that could get diesel or gas, but we'll have to see. So we'll see. We'll give Ray B the benefit of doubt this week, and hopefully the move will pay dividends for him and for the company next week. Much like Ray, Malcolm's kind of a product of this Fort Stockton garage. I keep telling you guys this every week. We got to get that container carrier out of there. But as soon as we get in gameplay, I start buying other things and spending the money and forget all about swapping out those trailers. We got to do that because this 18,000, that's not going to get the job done. You see that drop deck trailer. He took tires and was able to get $3,200. Was able to get $3,500 at the end because I thought that they would use these container carriers for construction houses, power generators out of Fort Stockton. But as you can see, Malcolm took one Fort Stockton or one Pioneer load this week. So maybe we need to switch strategies on this. So hopefully we can get some more out of Malcolm next week. So speaking about change and change doing you good, the change here for Yuri to the Odessa garage paid major dividends. Yuri was able to bring in $37,000 this week. A great week, very efficient. Got back hauls on all of his loads. Some of the back hauls paid better than the Pioneer loads. Especially that ExxonMobil coming out of Tucson, Arizona. Maybe we won't blacklist Arizona after all. Maybe just Hallbrook. But a great week for Yuri. Really happy with that. Didn't get Employee of the Week because Marion did a phenomenal job. But we like this log. Short, sweet, but very profitable. So good week for Yuri. Here is Pavel. Now here's Pavel taking some low boy loads and drop decks that aren't getting paid very much. So maybe the container carrier isn't the problem after all. He did bring in 23,000, which was I'm happy with that. But no Pioneer loads out of the loads this week. So we got to talk to Pavel about finding some better paying loads. We did reward him and switched him out to the Blue Bandit. That's a really nice truck, a truck we were driving. The Orange Crush is kind of basic, kind of stock, so we swapped that over to one of the newer drivers. So maybe this new truck will give him new excitement and a better opportunity to find some better paying loads next week. Here's Monica, our realtor turned truck driver. Again, Fort Stockton not providing a lot of great loads apparently for our young drivers. Brought in 16,000. Monica's driving the Mellow Yellow 389 Peterbilt. It's pretty stock. But first week on her own as a truck driver, so we'll see. She'll learn the ropes and hopefully get a little better paying loads and XP up for us, and hopefully we can get her moving on to a different garage. Here's Clark. Clark's in the 389 Orange Crush. No Pioneer loads from Clark, and not a lot going on with Clark this week. Barely $6,500. He'll pay for his new hire bonus, but that's about it. New to the company, so we're going to let him fill it out, see things, get more familiar with Texas. Clark moved into the area to help us out. So we'll see how things go, but hopefully he'll pick things up here as we move forward. And the last of our new hires was Marcus. I like Marcus. We got Marcus from a competing trucking company. He liked what we offered. He liked the trucks that we had. He requested the 389 Red Rammer, and so we gave that to him as part of his hiring contract, and he jumped right in. He told everybody in Fort Stockton, listen, that lowboy trailer is mine. And he grabbed that lowboy trailer, and he was able to make some decent money this week. $12,000 in his first week. I'm really happy with that. Towards the end of the week, he even picked up a load from Newmont, took a wheel loader to Pioneer, which is great because he's helping out there. So really liking Marcus's effort this week, his go-to. And that is the list of the driver logs this week for all the drivers. Now let's see what we did with all that money that we brought in, and let's check out the accounting report.